Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my thoughts on Resident Evil Village. We are almost done. We are at the conclusionary section of the series. I think I am going to make this the second to last video in the series, and have the last video be my fun little experiment that is completely optional, as it will not have any more critical thoughts towards the game. It will entirely be a transformative creative writing experiment. But that's then and this is now, so let us continue with the conclusion. This game has the same problem that Mists of Aden had. It is the illusion of an open world or an open environment. It's very much a lie when it tries to come across as an open world. It's on rails pretty much from the start. So Ethan, being entirely made of mold and able to come back from the dead after getting his heart ripped out, is just insane. It leaves some questions.
And all of your weapons. Everyone who ever kidnaps you leaves you with all of your fucking weapons every time.
If he really ripped his hand out like that, you'd only do that with one hand because it would completely destroy your ligaments. You'd never be able to use that hand again. And wouldn't you grab the other one and like put it back through instead of ripping it out?
He's mold.
If he's mold, how come his two
But it
fingers
doesn't make
that
any
got bitten off
sense.
never come back?
Well,
You wouldn't fucking pull both
look,
hands that way.
Fool, you can regrow a heart, but you can't regrow your fingers. Jesus. It's yeah, for anybody out there who thought him being a zombie actually explains everything, like Jesus Christ.
It doesn't. You can still die for some reason.
Why can you die?
You can get a spike to the chest and that like kills you, or a werewolf can nibble you to death, and that's fail state. That's game over. Reload. You can have your heart ripped out, but it's fine.
It's fine.
You're mold,
come back
so it's
well.
cool.
When I first heard this, I thought to myself, well, his heart didn't grow back, he just went on without it, because mold, because nothing grows back. He reattaches his hands and limbs with the holy goop. But whether that actually happens or not, yeah, why do you still die throughout the game? If getting your heart ripped out doesn't kill you, why is death the fail state? When your story and your gameplay narrative actively contradict each other like this, you have a severe problem in continuity. How are we so immune to death in story that ripping our heart out does nothing, but in gameplay narrative, we can die to enemies at any given moment? You know, the amount of effort that these developers go through to hide Ethan's face in the game makes me think one thing. I think they're ashamed. They're ashamed of the fact that Ethan is so generic that his character model is literally as generic as a character model can get, to the point that there is nothing unique about Ethan Winters. So much so that his dialogue matches his facial features. Bland and uninteresting. That's the impression I get. Hell, not just his model, but his animations as well. It is seriously bad when I can tell what the entire body is doing based on how Ethan's arms and the camera are moving. Want to guess why Donna constantly wears the veil? No, it's not because of the scar on her face that we never see. No, same reason. We couldn't come up with a face for her, so let's reuse a previous model, cover it with a veil, no one will know. How is this her face? I'll let the author say it. Replacing the figurine model of Donna with the fixed face one I made using the daughter's face model, since they are the exact same model. A friend asked me to restore Donna's face, so here it is. Hope y'all enjoy the purdy girl named Donna, who's kind of a psycho on the inside. How have you come to that conclusion, sir? Fuck off with the where's my baby stuff in an open world game. Fallout 4 did it, The Forest did it, just stop it. It doesn't work. Stop trying to make me care about a baby. There is literally, to this day, one count them, one game that has an infant in an open world game and doesn't write. And it's We Happy Few. Resident Evil 8 gets outstoried by We Happy Few. Fuck. That's all I can say, is just fuck. And for all of you who are going to tell me to wait for the DLCs before judging this game, no DLC will fix what I highlighted here in this series. Oh, also, did you know that Collider.com calls Heisenberg a mad scientist? I mean, with his experiments and his testing and his creation of the Metal Army, I see him more as an engineer rather than a scientist. Let me know what you think about that. Also, why does everyone turn into crystals if they're supposed to be mole people? And finally, I'm not typically one to say that a game fails at being a horror game. However, for this game, when almost everybody is saying that Resident Evil 8 is more action rather than horror, I think you might have failed at being a horror game. And don't tell me that the developers didn't intend for it to be a horror game. We're coming to the end of the video and by extension, kind of, the series. So let's end this on a high note. I have one positive for the game. Just like Outlast 2, this game is absolutely beautiful. The castle is nothing short of absolutely stunning. The lighting in the dollhouse basement works beautifully. It creates a wonderfully spooky atmosphere that is just ripe for immersion. And the visualization of the factory is absolutely horrifying, and I love it. This game is without question very beautiful. Bowie, you talked a lot of shit about this game. It's pretty clear you don't like it. How about you go and criticize a game that you do like? I bet there's a game that you like that isn't good. And you're right. In fact, funny enough, I am currently working on 4 scripts for critiquing 4 games in a series that I like very much. Perhaps you should subscribe so you can watch them. I would hate for you to miss out. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for listening to me rant about this game and appreciate your time. The next video I am going to be doing something that I've never done in a My Thoughts on series before. I'm going to completely rewrite Resident Evil Village. If you are interested, I will see you then. If not, then I hope you have a wonderful day.